Hi, my name is David, and I am a retail theft consultant, or if you prefer, a loss prevention professional. You can ask me questions. I will help you to the best of my ability if you so choose. Most of my services are for free. There are some exceptions, but you can certainly discuss that with me if you have the need of me. I can answer all your shoplifting, retail theft, civil demand questions along those kind of lines. And if you're a store or a retailer and you have questions on that, you can do that as well as watch some of my other videos. Anyway, recently I was watching a video which was very entertaining. I won't say the name of the person; it doesn't really matter. And they were talking about something that I see a lot of, and I know some people don't mind, but they're inconvenienced. Others are outraged. Others are just frustrated. Basically, it's a procedure that primarily Walmart does. I'm not trying to call them out. There are others who do it, and it's the receipt check. Um, it's the Walmart door greeter or whoever you want to call them that stands there at the exit, asks asks to see your receipt, and then scans your now they recently added this. Now they scan your receipt and scan one of the items that's on the receipt as you exit the door. The video I saw suggested that you politely say no thank you, which you certainly within your rights, and I will explain that in just a moment. But I'd like to go a little farther with that on what it is they're probably trying to accomplish, how it impacts you, how it doesn't impact you, what you may want to do, what you may not want to do. Okay, anyway, the receipt check is not what you think. Nobody's accusing you of shoplifting or stealing anything that's in your basket. In fact, in the beginning, I don't even think those people even looked at the receipts. I just think they held it up to their face and said, okay, thank you. Now, for whatever reason, at least Walmart has them scanning the receipts and scanning one item. Okay, it is. You can feel like you're being accused of shoplifting, and that's certainly within your rights. That is not the case. It's more of a deterrent. It's like the people you see walking around stores like Ross and others that have the vests to say loss prevention on them. It's not there so they can follow you or anything else. In most cases, they don't even do that. If they were following you, they'd be hiding. Um, what that is, it's a visual deterrent to reduce theft. Now, I can tell you, and you can verify this by going to the NSAP website. I think it's shopliftingprevention.org. I could be mistaken. I haven't contacted them in a while, but they are friends of mine over there. And they could tell you some of the statistics, and I'm going to give them to you. Shoplifting alone costs retailers over 15 billion, that's with a B, billion dollars a year nationally. Okay, so that's not even the biggest chunk of their losses, but we're not talking about any of those others right now. $15 billion. So yes, they're going to do whatever they can to reduce that number. Let's get it down. Let's reduce. They have things that they call shrink, and they measure. That's the losses. And that can happen in a lot of variable ways. It can be external theft, internal theft, accidents. Operational errors, lots of things. There's a number they call shrink. And a lot of your big box stores like Walmart, JCPenney, all that, they shoot for a number below 3%. Obviously, the further down they go, the better. Other smaller stores, they shoot for smaller numbers. Either way, they have a shrink number. That's their goal, a shrink. So that's what they're trying to do. So by deterring theft, if they can eliminate even one person who might have was going to plan on shoplifting that didn't, then that's a win. It costs them nothing. The visual deterrents are those people with wear the vest and this receipt thing that we're talking about. I realize that a lot of times, especially during the holidays or a weekend when it's busy, that you have to stand and wait. You're ready to leave, and you want to stand and wait to show this person your receipt. Where I agree with the video I saw that you do legally you do not have to do that. Legally, you own the property. Okay, once you pay for the merchandise and get your receipt, you own that merchandise. You do not need to prove that to you. The only way you would need to prove that is if you were actually stopped, detained, arrested, whatever you want to call it, for shoplifting. At that point in time, if you're accused of shoplifting, let's say a pack of batteries, and your receipt shows you have a pack of batteries on it that you paid for, then obviously that's something called a bad stop. And I'll be making another video on that here soon. Okay, so no, you do not have to stop. Okay, you can politely or impolitely tell them no thank you, or use an expletive and tell them to go to hell or whatever. Okay, it's your choice, but there's a downside to that. If you do that, then the store still has its original problem, is how do we reduce theft? So they may come up with something else that's even less convenient than the receipt check. But no, you do not have to stop. Okay, most stores that arrest shoplifters or detain them have a criteria they have to meet in order to do that. And you're not going to get stopped. If somebody literally stops you and says, hey, you have to show that to me, no, you don't. You can take that to the manager. You can take that to corporate. You can do whatever you want, because they cannot force you to show you the receipt. They can watch you. They can follow you. They actually could ban you from the store if they so choose to. I doubt that they would, but they could. Okay, it's a deterrent. It's something they're doing so they don't have to take other measures to reduce theft or reduce that shrink number. Okay, some of those things could involve the employees. It's not their fault. Okay, if the store's losing money, what are they going to do? Well, let's see. Well, we can reduce hours. We can reduce staffing. We can reduce benefits. So all those things hurt the people that work there. The other things they can do is they can raise prices, and that hurts all of us. So that $16.99 item you bought at Walmart now is $17.99, because they need that extra dollar to make up for that theft, because they're not checking receipts now. Okay, so yeah, is it inconvenient? Certainly it is. I find it an inconvenience too. In fact, I joke about it, but I always show the receipt, because I understand that the repercussions of them not doing this could be more inconvenient than what this is. Until these stores like Walmart or whatever else come up with another plan, this is something you're going to have to deal with. Now, you can choose not to shop at the store, because not everybody does it. Okay, you could go to a Ross store where they don't check receipts. You could go to Target where they don't check receipts. Or you could go to Walmart where they do check receipts. And I think Costco does it as well. And Costco, obviously, they could ban your membership if you refuse to do that. I'm not sure if that's in their membership agreement, but I'm guessing if that's a requirement they have, that they could, because they're a membership store. They can pretty much tell you what they want. So, do you have to do the receipts? No, you do not. Should you? In my opinion, yes, you should. Yes, I agree it's an inconvenience. Yes, I realize you have better things to do with your time, but you know what? So do the receipt checkers. They have better things to do with their time, right? You can imagine how boring that is and how much crap they catch. And by the way, don't give the receipt checker the crap. He or she has nothing to do with that. That's just a job they gave them to do. It's not. They have nothing to do with that. I see that time and time again where people go into retail and they complain about something that the cashier or the clerk or the sales floor person or the loss prevention officer or whatever has nothing to do with. Okay? They don't make the rules. They're just there doing what they're told to do. Okay? Don't come on them. Talk to management. They may not have anything to do with it either. It may be corporate, but at least they have a connection to corporate. They can tell corporate or the district manager, you know what, hey, we're getting a lot of customers complaining about this receipt checking thing, and they said they're going to start going to Target if this continues. Maybe they'll do something, maybe they won't. But either way, don't blame the receipt checker, don't blame the cashier, don't blame the loss prevention officer. They're following directions. All right? Do you want it to give you receipts? That's up to you. Okay, but again, it's probably in your best interest to do it. I understand it's an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience for me as well. But if they come up with a secondary plan, you may like that one even less, and it may be even more inconvenient. Okay, and again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I will put my email address in the description of this video so you can contact me directly. I am a retail theft consultant. This is what I do. I have a system where I allow for like 5 free emails depending on what they are. If it gets too elaborate, then obviously that's what I do for a living. But um, if your questions are simple enough, we can handle that. I don't allow anybody to bombard me with stuff. So there's like a limit of 5 emails. And that's about it. Of course, obviously, you could send me an email from another email address and pretend you're somebody else, but I might catch on if it's the same kind of question. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay. So as far as the receipts go, no, that you do not have to do it. You can literally walk by those people. If they stop you, they're in the wrong, not you. But it's in your best interest to do that because you're helping the people that work there who need to keep their jobs, and you help yourself because by not paying higher prices or having the store come up with another plan that's even more inconvenient. Okay, you have a nice day.